Hello everyone. Today we are going to learn about how to set views in Rhinoceros 3D software. It's a school project. The whole project is in layers. For setting views, your file should be light, and we can hide the elements which are not required. So we need to select all the elements in top viewport. And check the command line. It will mention all the elements selected and their numbers. When we are setting views, we don't need the curves, text, blocks, groups, etc. So we will hide them. You can directly hide them after the selection or make a new layer and then hide them. After setting the file, first we will show the camera in the file. And the shortcut command is F6. Make sure the perspective viewport is selected. If we select any other viewport and click on the Show Camera option, it will show the camera of that viewport through which is not required for setting views. If you accidentally open the camera like this, then press F6 again. It will remove the camera. Our camera should be in perspective so that we can set the camera easily. When your camera is set for the perspective viewport, the camera point will be visible in other viewports. Here I will explain the structure of the camera. It has three elements: camera frame, camera point and target point. Camera frame is like a window which shows us what exactly comes in our render output. Camera point is the actual position of the camera in 3D space. Target point is the focal point of the camera. In architecture, we have four types of views in general: human eye view, bird's eye view, worm's eye view, isometric views. First, we will set camera lens length, which you can see in the Properties panel under the Camera Settings. Camera settings will be open when no object is selected and perspective viewport is selected. By adjusting the lens length, we can change the angle of the camera. And it is inversely proportional to the value of lens length, means, if the lens length is less, we will have more wide angle for the camera and vice versa. For human eye view, we generally set this value around 35. We can change the value as per our requirement, like for bird's eye view the value will be different and same for the worm's eye view. Now we will change the value to 35, and you will see the angle of the camera in all viewports, except the perspective one, will change. It gets more wide. Our building has 3 blocks. Sports block, academic block, admin block. Let we focus on one of the building first. After setting the lens length, we need to set camera point and target point. These 2 elements will be set on the basis of the content you want to show. During setting the camera, the content of the camera plays a very big role. The base of the rendering is based on the camera settings you choose. We suggest you to make storyline before you start setting the views. For getting better results, first align the camera and target in a straight line. It has to be in top viewport in front or right viewport. If the camera point is not visible or it is difficult to locate, you can hide some of the elements. Once the camera point and target point are placed to the location, you can make the small changes by selecting them and moving it with gumball. Make sure that alignment of the camera point and target should not be disturbed. Make sure the content that you want to show should be covered inside the camera angle lines. Now, we will save the view in Rhino. Do right-click on Perspective and click on Set View option and then click on Named Views option. One pop-up window will open, where you can save the view by clicking on the icon in the shape of floppy disk. Save it with name like Human Eye 1. Now after setting the first view, we will set the other one. And we might need to show the same building from another angle. We can set in the same way as the previous one. Or you can set the view manually adjusting the viewport as shown. You can pan the view by Shift plus right click. And you can rotate the building with right click and drag the mouse up and down or right and left. Let's say if you want to make zoom in or zoom out, press Ctrl button along with right click and drag the mouse up and down for the desired result. Once you finalize it, then save it again in Rhino by following the same steps. For setting more accurate human eye views, we should set the camera point height as standard human height. It should be proportionate but need not to be accurate. And save the view once again. Now, we are going to discuss some other features to create little dynamic effects for the view. So, the first is tilt camera. Then rotate camera. Adjust lens length, we have already covered. Adjust lens length and dolly. We will try one by one. So first is tilt view. You can tilt the view inside the viewport, left click and drag the mouse in the direction you want to tilt the view. The next one is rotate camera. You can rotate the camera, having same location in any direction. Now we have lens length option again. Here is the different way to use it. Once you click on this option, you can drag the mouse with left click and the lens length will change. At some stage it might be very dynamic. First we will tell you that how it works. By changing the lens length, the camera point position and the target point position will not change. It is changing the lens angle, making it wide or narrow. If you know about the DSLR cameras, you can easily understand the concept of lens length. It works in the same way. Next option is lens length and dolly. It works in the same way but will give you more dynamic results. Now, we are going to set bird's eye view. We will select the camera point and move it upwards. Rest you can set it manually, with pan, rotate, or zoom options. Unhide the elements. For setting a good bird eye view, always take the camera position, which shows the whole idea about the building blocks and other surroundings. Now, we will save our first bird eye view. And after that we will set one more bird eye view. Now, we will set worm's eye view. For setting up a worm's eye, we have to move our camera point height almost to the height of the worm. That means, almost touching the ground. Then we will shift the camera point in different viewports to get the desired result. First set your camera point position and then target point position. Then change lens length to set the right view. After that, save the worm's eye view. And then save the another one as per your requirement. In worm's eye view, you can show some important details in a very interesting way. Now, the next topic is isometric views. Isometric views are meant for giving detailed information about the project. We need to change the settings of the camera from perspective to parallel. Make right-click on Perspective View, then click on Set View and then click on Isometric View. There you will find out 4 standard angles to make isometric. I am going to select one of them. Now, it will show you your building in isometric settings. You can set the view by pan or by zoom in or zoom out. But don't rotate the view, it will dislocate the camera position. If by mistake you rotate it, then set the angle again going back to isometric settings. Now, I am showing you the one of the example. This isometric is cut from the 1 meter height, so that we can show the interior details with furniture layouts. Thank you very much for watching this tutorial. We hope it helps you set the views easily in Rhino. Please subscribe our channel and like our video. And support us to make more such videos.